Cover yourself. Can we do this?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rise bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming out this morning for our Memorial Day or pre-Memorial Day celebration ceremony here. I am very proud to introduce our keynote speaker here today, Mr. Dan Lasko. Dan is a graduate of Easton High School in the class of 2001. Corporal Dan Lasko served in the U.S. Marine Corps from 2001 and was medically retired in 2005. Dan enlisted on purpose or hours before the attacks on the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001. He attended basic training at Parris Island in South Carolina and was then stationed at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina. Dan was later deployed to Afghanistan with the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit, or MEU, in February of 2004. On April 24th, 2004, Corporal Dan Lasko was in a convoy in Afghanistan when his vehicle crossed over a tripwire, detonating an IED as his convoy was ambushed by Taliban fighters in the mountains near Kandahar. Dan took the brunt of the explosion, ultimately losing his left leg below the knee. He was medically retired from the Marine Corps in April of 2005. Since his injury, Dan has earned an associate's degree in criminal justice from Northampton Community College, continued his education at Kutztown University, and completed a 2-year fellowship with the House of Representatives through the Wounded Warrior Fellowship Program, and was the 2014 co-host of the TV show Saving Heroes on the Discovery Channel. He's also starred in 2 national commercials, both with Pedigree and Northwell Health. Additionally, Dan has competed in marathons and triathlons around the country, including, if my memory serves me right, the Boston Marathon as well. His international experience includes running the Copenhagen Marathon and playing for Team USA Baseball in Japan during an international tournament. Dan enjoys volunteering and speaking engagements, especially within the local community and for veteran organizations. Dan currently resides in the Lehigh Valley with his wife Jess, 2 sons Luke and Ben, his service dog Hero, and 2 rescue dogs Scout and Remy. As the son of an Afghanistan combat veteran myself, it is my sincere pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Corporal Dan Laska.
Good morning. Thank you, Liberty High School staff and students, for allowing me and my service dog Hero to be here this morning for the wreath laying ceremony and the Memorial Day ceremony. Like Mr. Euler said, my name is Dan Lasko. I served as a corporal in the United States Marine Corps from 2001 to 2005. I was severely wounded in Afghanistan in 2004 from an IED ambush attack by Taliban fighters in the mountains north of Kandahar. I was awarded the Navy Marine Corps Achievement Medal as well as the Purple Heart. Even though I was severely injured, I consider myself very, very lucky. I made it back to the States alive. I came home to my wife, my family, and my friends. But ladies and gentlemen, this ceremony is not about me or my service. It's about those who did not come back from war. It is also about their parents and their families who lost loved ones serving our nation. We all know this popular weekend coming up, some of our favorites. It's Memorial Day weekend. The last Monday in May, the unofficial start of summer. School is wrapping up, the sales and deals are starting in our stores, the covers are coming off the pools. Some have plans this weekend to hit the beach and boardwalks, have cookouts and picnics. All of that will happen this weekend. And Monday is a day off of work and school. Let's not forget why we get to enjoy the time off. We have the freedom and liberties to enjoy this weekend because of the 1.1 million men and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice to our country. Memorial Day is a holiday that all Americans should take a moment to think about and honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice. It's a day for both grief and celebration, reflecting of the tragic loss of life and recounting the courageousness of their service to our country. Also remember the families who endured such loss. For the moms and dads who got that call late at night or early in the morning, or received that unwanted knock at their front door. The 1.1 million men and women who died for our freedom represent the diverse patchwork that is the United States of America. They were rich and poor. They were black and white, male and female. They were from cities, from farms, and the suburbs. They came from every ethnicity, background, and political belief. In short, they look like any of us standing here this morning. The one common characteristic is that they all have is they raised their right hand and took the oath to die for America if called upon to serve and deploy. Memorial Day holds a greater significance as it commemorates the brave men and women who lost their lives defending our great nation. On Monday, you will notice this American flag at half-staff from sunrise until noon only, raised briskly to the top until sunset. This unique custom honors those killed in action as well as living veterans today. At the core of our military lie unique themes: the selfless desire to serve and the willingness to sacrifice to defend our nation at a moment's call. The origin of Memorial Day, first observed over 155 years ago, and then known as Decoration Day, was to beautify the graves in memory of those who fought and died to preserve our Union during the Civil War. The holiday's name has changed, but the ideals and intentions have not. Let's not forget those who gave their lives and their loved ones that they left behind. I would like to close with a quote from an unknown source. Our flag does not fly because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of each soldier who died protecting it. Thank you again for having me here this morning to talk about the meaning behind this special weekend and Memorial Day Monday, and to participate in this wreath-laying ceremony. I would ask you to not only remember those we lost and honor today at this ceremony, but to keep our soldiers, sailors, our airmen and Marines who are deployed around the globe and their families in your thoughts and prayers. Enjoy this very special weekend. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you again for that great presentation. I'm confident that our students and staff heard your message. Very beautiful. Before we head in, I ask you to do what he just calls you to do, which is over this weekend, just take a small moment to recognize what it's about. I know we get caught up in our weekends like this, the celebrations and the fun things that are attached to them. But the reality is that this particular holiday weekend is about commemoration, is about recognition of those who chose to serve and unfortunately made the ultimate sacrifice. Service is an honor. It is both a choice and an honor to serve others. And those who make that choice to serve in the military, as well as our police forces and firemen, run the risk of making that ultimate sacrifice. And so we need to bear witness to that and honor that. And in that, make some decisions about how you will choose to serve. Freedom is not free, and we all need to provide service to others to make this world what we want it to be. Thank you for coming out, being respectful, for listening, and being a part of this particular memorial celebration. I hope you guys all have a restful and thoughtful weekend. Thank you.